Our kids have a lot of energy.
It can be chaotic. Oh!
It's the ultimate party. Hi, I'm Chad.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're the Cramers. We were married with teen girls, and we thought we knew what the plan was. We're gonna finish raising our teen daughters. We're gonna get into that empty nester, and life's gonna be quiet and everything that you picture when you get to that age. We were going to church, and we met some foster families.
We would see all these other kids in foster care, and we were like, we could totally love them,
Our older daughters and all of us, once we started discussing it, I think everybody was excited to do it.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Aubrey.
And we're Chad and Stephanie's kids. We were definitely raised to know if you have a calling, go for it. And so I felt the calling that it was the right choice for our family.
I had only had Jordan growing up, so having a younger sibling just seemed like a lot of fun to me.
I was already a pro at being a big sister, so this came naturally.
So that's when we decided to open our home.
The phone call for the children that we got started with, can you take 3?
Wait, it wasn't just 3, it was 3, 2, and 8 months.
Yeah.
And we were like, that's a lot of kids.
That's probably not for us. I can remember my oldest daughter explaining to me how, we could take this many, and she had a list of 7, and I was like, oh yeah, are you?
I did create a PowerPoint to try to convince them, like, hey, we can totally take in the siblings, and they were like, okay, yeah, if you guys are on board with helping, like, we can totally do this.
So that quickly we went from, no, we can't do 3 to, well, what do we got to do to be able to do 3?
Chad's brother and his wife, we asked them if they wanted to partner with us.
I think my initial reaction was that they were crazy. They had just had teen daughters that were old enough to be pretty independent. Now you get to enjoy what comes after that. I'm Alan.
I'm Kimmy.
And we're the Hedge family.
We didn't have any kids at the time, and when they asked, we were like, yeah, sure, like, we can help out.
And so they went from not having any kids to babysitting for us on the weekends when we would travel.
I loved it. It definitely, I think, solidified my thoughts on wanting a family more.
It was a pretty steep learning curve for me because we didn't have kids.
Uncle Alan would do like cool things, like he would put the kids on a shovel and like swing them around the backyard.
I mean, they were just really fun kids. I enjoyed it a lot.
It opened their eyes and their hearts to the potential of fostering.
I think being able to see what they were doing for the children really pushed us towards wanting to do it as well.
So we moved to a bigger home, and since then we've had 16 placements total. We currently have 4.
Together, we have 9 littles, all under the age of 8. We might get stared at a little bit when we go to dinner.
It can be chaotic. We like to use the term more like controlled chaos. We go to the lake together, we do family events together, cookouts. So they're wild all the time, but it's a blast no matter what you're doing.
The kids' room is their place to be kids.
So we made them a rock climbing wall so they could hang and bounce and swing from the ceiling.
It's like they're at camp, but all the time, because they have so many kids just to play with.
It's amazing how the children, once they get in a safe and secure, how they really start to open up, blossom. It's such a blessing to see and watch.
We definitely got to see their true personalities come out, and they're great kids.
When we first got them, they would just eat anything and everything, and they would hide their food and say, I want more. I'm like, we have lots of food. You can have as much as you want. And then our baby, when we got him, he didn't cry ever. And I thought, oh, this is like perfect baby. And the doctor was like, no, he doesn't cry because no one came when he was little. So we had to work double time to, kind of restore some of the things early on that they didn't have.
You do invest into these kids, and you do feel in some sense that they're your kiddos. We took placement of one little boy, Xander. We got him in our home, and he fit right in immediately. It would have been nice if the case would have went towards reunification, but in this instance it didn't. We're super excited to adopt him. Angels has been an amazing resource for us. You get to know your worker and your worker gets to know you.
Early on, Angels helped us navigate it tremendously. We initially worked hard to bridge with the family. That didn't play out. It was almost 3.5 years that we had them, and to say like, we're not adopting, I couldn't have said no.
We had a huge party after, and it was amazing. Answered prayer for sure.
There is a huge need for families, and not just families, but good, caring families in foster care.
We spread the word as much as we can and encourage as much as we can. And
I was adopted growing up, and I look at where my life is today and where it could have been, realizing that it only took just one person being in my life to change everything.
The kids changed us in so many ways. If more families were to step up and give children a home and family environment, it can change their lives as well.
It is hard. I can do hard things. I can do more than I thought I could. I have so much love to give. And
fostering is definitely the best decision our family could have ever made.
it is worth it. It's tremendously worth it.
If you have a calling or a stirring to foster and you feel like you have love in your heart and can make time, go for it. It's never too late.